Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to History Chronicles. In this video, we are going to deep and complete look one of the most essential Linux utilities, top command. But before we get started, just subscribe to my channel, support my channel, like and comment. Top command, not just a simple command, it is a real-time system monitoring tool that allows you observe exactly what is happening inside your Linux system at any moment. So whatever you are, system administrator, DevOps engineer, or just learning Linux, understanding the top command is absolutely critical for troubleshooting, performance tuning, and system visibility. What is the top command? Top command is a built-in Linux utility that provides continuously updating real-time view system activity. When you run it, it displays a live list of all running processes, CPU utilization, memory consumption statistics, system uptime, and load averages. Unlike many other commands that give you a snapshot at a single point in time, top constantly refreshes the information, allowing you monitor changes dynamically. Another important capability is that top is interactive, meaning you can control processes directly within the interface. Running top command, you should type top and type enter. As soon as you run it, the screen transfers into live monitoring dashboards. The display updates automatically at regular intervals, showing you changes in CPU usage, memory usage, process activity. To exit from this interface, simply press Q. Here, we exit from top command. Let's run again. The output of the top command is divided into several logical sections. Each section provides a specific type of system information. Let's break down each part carefully. The very first line, the output, is often referred to as the summary or header section. These lines contains information current system time. This is current system time up to 11 minutes. Shows the exact time on the system. This is exact time on the system. Uptime indicate how long the system has been running since the last reboot. User, number of users, show how many users are currently logged in. Load average, then three numbers representing system load over the last 1 minute, the last 5 minutes, the last 15 minutes. Important concept, the load averages represent how many processes are waiting for CPU time. The value 1.0 per CPU core means full utilization. Value higher than that indicate that processes are waiting and the system may be overloaded. So if you see above 1.0 here, that means that system is overloaded. For example, on 4-core system, the load 4.0 means full utilization. On load 8.0, system is overloaded. This metric one of the most important indicator the system performs. The next section is a task section, which give you an overview of all processes in the system. It includes total processes that currently known on the system, running processes, processes actively executing on CPU, sleeping processes, processes waiting for an event or resource, stop processes, processes paused by manually, and zero zombie, processes that have finished execution but still remain in the process table. Why zombie matter? Zombie processes don't consume CPU, but they still occupy entries in the process table. If too many accumulate, it can indicate poor process management. Next section, CPU usage. The CPU usage section shows how processor time is distributed. Each field represents different category. US, user, time spent executing user-level processes. System, time spent executing kernel-level operations. NI, nice, CPU time used by processes with adjusted priority. ID, idle, percentage of time CPU is not being used. Wait, time spent waiting for input-output operation. Hardware interrupts, time spent handling hardware signals. CI, handling software interrupts. Time spent handling software interrupts. Still time, CPU time taken by high hypervisor in virtualized environment. Practical insight, high US heavy application load. High CI, kernel system activity. High WI, disk or input-output bottleneck. Still time, high still time, VM resources can contain memory usage. The memory section shows how RAM is being used across the system. It includes total memory, total installed memory, completely unused memory free, used memory, memory that currently in use, and buffer and cache, memory used for buffering and cache here. Important note, Linux uses free memory for caching to improve performance, so low free memory is not always a problem. What matters is available memory. Next, swap. Swap memory acts as a backup when RAM is full. This section shows total swap memory, free swap memory, used swap memory, and available swap memory. If swap usage is consistently high, it may include not enough RAM, memory leaks, heavy workload. The lower part of the screen displays a table of all active processes. Each column provides specific information. PID, process ID, user, process owner, priority, scheduling priority, nice value, adjusted priority for process, Virch, total virtual memory used, res, actual physical memory used, share, shared memory usage, CPU, CPU usage percentage, memory, total CPU time, memory usage percentage, time, total CPU consumed, and command that launch the process. By default, processes are sorted by CPU, making it easily to identify resource-heavy processes. And this is status section for processes. Let's exit from top. Now let's go through most important option. Top minus V. Top dash dash version. Display the installed version and exit. You can monitor specific processes. For example, top. You see here process ID 1. Let's exit from Q. Executing Q command. Typing Q. Clear the screen. You can run top minus P and process ID. Shows only selected processes. And you see only process 1 here. Clear the screen. Now we can run top in non-interactive mode and output the result as a plain text. Top minus B minus N1. Enter. This is useful for logging and automation. Clear. How you can display CPU usage separately from each core instead of combined output. You can run top minus 1. Show CPU usage per core. Other option, top minus age. Help option, display help information and exit. One of the strongest features of top is that it allows real-time interaction. Let's execute again. Top command, clear the screen, top, press K, so PID to signal kill, default PID 1. Then enter process ID, for example 26, and press enter or enter the process ID which you want to kill. I don't want to kill at this moment, but you know how to kill process inside the top. Entering top, then typing K and enter process ID. By exit from killing process input, you can run escape How you can change process priority, renice it. For example, running R, enter process ID 16, and enter renice value. For example, minus 10, enter. Lower values means higher priority. You can also enable color mode. This is color mode for better visibility. Other additional useful command, for example, top, minus, and 10. What that means? This means run tops for 10 updates and then exit automatically. Q, clear, top, minus, U, Ubuntu. These show processes for specific user. Display all the processes belonging to a specific user, to user Ubuntu. Enter. This is user Ubuntu processes. Top and run C. And you can see here full path for command. Run top, then Shift P, sort processes by CPU consumption. Here you can see process status. S means stopping process, sleeping process. I means idle kernel thread. Here, idle kernel thread. Other status. There is no other status at this moment, but you can see I idle. You can see with this sign, which means high priority process, which starting with this sign. You can see S sleeping. You can see R running processes. You can see T, which means stopped process, stop job. You can see T, which means tracing stop. Z for zombie. Process finished execution, but still in process table. Parent hasn't read exit status, indicate poor process management. Other status. X for did process. You can see additional flag with status. For example, S means session leader. Session leader. You can see, for example, S with S, something like that. S, SS, or SR. You can see plus, which means foreground process. For example, SR. This means that running process in foreground. And also you can see other option. For full manual guide, you can refer man top command. So that's all for this lesson. Don't forget subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell. See you in the next one.